What's good, y'all? It's POD Canyon. I'm back with another reaction video. Today, we have an Antonio Talks. This is Notice the Pattern. And if you see on this, um, Michael Jackson, he's kind of iffy. Y'all, we already did our Michael Jackson deep dive. I personally think he's good, but notice a pattern here, a majority pattern. These are names referenced in the Epstein files. And based off of this, we can know. And the reason why I know people like, why are y'all bringing this up? This, that, and the third. For the past how many long of years have we been told that the danger to children were other individuals? When you should have known just looking at the normal amount of people, the normal congregation, we see in real time that the real danger to children, at least for a majority, seems to be old white Caucasians. Is this Chris Tucker? Nah, that's y'all. There ain't no way I thought that was Chris Tucker. But we got one black dude. Maybe this guy, these two, but y'all, I'm just saying, it seems like a lot of people were putting in false narratives to help I don't know why I thought these were two Jeff Ep pictures, but it seems like these people are putting in false narratives to help distract the majority of people from actually addressing and going after the real dangers of society. That's crazy. That's great. Who would have ever guessed that? Oh, I did, because I told y'all.
On the screen, we have a picture of all of the people that were mentioned in the Epstein files. Well, a majority of them. And I'm also going to read off a few names, okay? Donald Trump, Jeffrey Epstein, Elon Musk, Bill Gates, George W. Bush, Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, Prince Andrew, Tony Blair, Mohammed bin Salman, John Kerry, Ted Kennedy, Robert Kennedy Jr., Michael Bloomberg, Alan Dershowitz. I'm sorry, don't know that name. Noam Chomsky.
Oh, you gotta know Alan Dershowitz. You have to know who Alan Dershowitz is. That will make this rabbit hole so much crazier, Antonio. Because the fact of the matter is, Alan Dershowitz is not only, oh my gosh, like, how do I say this? He's Mossad. He's he's literally like, he was Jeff Epps, like, attorney something. And just know, Alan Dershowitz is a key part to this whole shit. Just so you know.
Ghislaine Maxwell, Andrew Cuomo, Larry Summers, Ed Barak, Les Wexner, Leon Black, Jean-Luc Brunel, Peter Mandelson, Lynn Rothschild, Abdullah Ben Zayed,
Rothschild, oh shit,
Saad Hariri. I am butchering these names.
Yeah,
Miguel Andrew Moritinos, Woody Allen, Leonardo DiCaprio, Kevin Spacey, Harvey Weinstein, Mick Jagger. I've been sitting on this video for a minute.
I am not surprised that all yo, what was it? Fuck, because I forgot already. What was this nigga's name?
Kevin Spacey,
Kevin
Harvey
Spacey.
Mick
I'm
Jagger.
not surprised.
I've been sitting on this video for a minute.
Or Mick
I
Jagger.
wanted to see if anyone was going to point out the obvious. The majority of the people on this list are white men. Can you imagine what it would be like if majority of those people were black? I mean, black fatigue.
Oh my gosh, they would have a fucking field day. They would be screaming from the mountaintops, black fatigue. But we see who's the majority in
this
these
is
files.
the hypocrisy that I talk about. And this is why I make the videos I make. Whenever a white person, shoots up a school or something, they are quick to put them in a subgroup. It's never that they're white.
They had mental health problems. They were dealing with a lot. This was a troubled individual. But if a black person gets shot by the cops, doesn't even kill other people, they already try to manufacture a narrative painting them as an evil individual. It's like clockwork. It's almost like a reflex for them. This is what they do.
They on the right, they on the left, they're liberal, they're conservative. And the same thing just happened again. It's not a race thing. It's more of a class thing now. We need to do something about the rich. We need to do something about the elites. No, we need to do something about white men. Just look at back, the whole black fatigue trend started because I really want to say
it was
Carnival
forced.
Cruise. A lot of people were mad that black people were having fun. So that ended up turning into hate. But now we have a situation like this where sick ass white men, white women, whatever, are on the island doing shit to little children, other white children at that. Why aren't,
mind you, Oh, this is a crazy little thing that was also added into that. Um, he said white children for a reason. Black women specifically were excluded from Epstein Island because, you know what I'm saying, Jeffrey Epstein was a racist. These are in the files, once again. Like
white men held accountable. Why isn't the actions of these few people on this island responsible for the whole race? Because when it's flipped around, that's how it's done for black people. And it's just so funny because when I point these things out, folks call me racist. They say I'm this, they say I'm that, but I just do the same thing they do. And you know the crazy thing, bro? All of this is going to get swept under the rug. In a few months, everyone's going to forget about this. Black person's going to do something stupid, and it's going to stand for the whole race. The black fatigue going to be trending again.
Yep, they going to only focus on that because a lot of these people hate to look at their own history because they're ashamed of it. Why are you talking about slavery? That was so long ago. But we love to talk about Rome.
Telling you, the same thing with the whole Nick Fuentes and Clavicular when they all got together singing the Hail Hitler song. Did y'all see how fast them folks punished them? I mean, they got kicked out of every club. They was hopping online apologizing.
But if that was a song punching down on black people, no ramifications. I promise you.
Because when you disrespect a lot of these other groups, there are consequences. You will be punished. But when you disrespect black people, oh, it ain't nothing. Okay, y'all on your own. You know what I'm saying?
Unfortunately.
That's what I just be saying, man. As black people, we got to return the same type of energy. The same way they, you know what I'm saying, keep everything in house. They don't, the bar is high for them. With us, a motherfucker do a dance, he invited to the cookout, bro. We got to stop that shit.
We do have to stop inviting these random niggas to the cookout. No, you're not invited to the cookout until, oh my gosh.
Like, if you ain't moving like John Brown, you not get invited to the cookout. I'm sorry. And if you don't know who John Brown is, man, that is a white man who...
Yo, if y'all don't know who John Brown is... Yo, that was one of the first people I actually learned about with Black History Month. And like, take it away.
Stood on business. He was out here killing slave masters. And you know what white people did to him? They killed him. They say he was less than white men because he was helping black people. That's what they do to the white people that speak out against injustices. You not white no more. I just be fed up. That's the reason I made this whole channel. Just this whole situation right here, y'all.
I'm going to say something about the Epstein files that a lot of y'all are not going to like. The only reason that the Epstein files has the power to topple the world is because a lot of y'all genuinely believe that the elite would never treat white people the way that white people collectively treated black people during slavery. Slavery wasn't black people being forced to work a job they didn't care about. It was people being forced to work until their muscles would fall off of their bones. Black people would be tortured for just funsies. They'd be medically experimented on with no kind of anesthesia. You know how throughout the South, even today, it seems like every other pastor and peapod is touching on kids? Well, that is a cultural stay from when white people used to own black children. Do y'all honestly think that...
That is a known thing. Like, I really need y'all to like, listen to me. When... like, it was like a known thing that like one of the like, oh my gosh, like, it's crazy that like there's like a good amount of people who don't know this, but like slavery was not just picking cotton. Like, it was a known thing that a lot of the reasons why these white people were buying slaves was to make them sex slaves, even children. That's why even in like, oh my gosh, like if you watch a movie like 12 Years a Slave, they show little shit like that in there. It's subtle, but if you know your history, you know exactly what they're trying to portray. And that shit is disgusting, but it's the truth of the history that they constantly try to bury because they're ashamed of it. But it's like, if you don't know history, it's bound to repeat itself. So
who's going to wait until a slave turned 18 in order to assault them? It's better to break them in when they're young. But if it was really that bad, why weren't there more slave rebellions? There were slave rebellions throughout the South, constantly. The only reason why you only know about Nat Turner is so that way everybody can point and be like, oh my gosh, look at him, he's so crazy. He started killing these...
And schools pair this with the myth of slavery really wasn't that bad for all of them. Some of them wanted to stay with their master. I think I was taught that too for some reason, but I just didn't buy it. Like, that shit just never made sense to me until I knew about like Stockholm Syndrome to a certain extent. But even still, it's like, okay, presented together, this builds a particular false narrative that children internalize/notice how McGraw-Hill textbooks merged with a publicizing business owned by Ghislaine Maxwell's father. Propaganda as its most basic. Yeah, I hope y'all are starting to learn that Ghislaine Maxwell's father, who is pretty much the father-in-law of the most famous PDF file of all time, made our school textbooks. Like, the more you dive into this, it is really hard to be proud of this country. Like, I'm just going to say that.
And messages
as
from God, even after slavery ended, whenever a black person...
And anybody, honestly. Y'all just cover y'all history because y'all are ashamed of the atrocities that your ancestors did. But the fact of the matter is, that doesn't change the fact of the matter that it happened. Just saying.
Break them in when they're young. But if it was really that bad, why weren't there more slave rebellions? There were slave rebellions throughout the South, constantly. The only reason why you only know about Nat Turner is so that way everybody can point and be like, oh my gosh, look at him, he's so crazy. He started killing these white people because he thought he had messages from God. Even after slavery ended, whenever a black person would be lynched.
Oh yeah, hold on, let me tell y'all a fun fact about Nat Turner. When they caught that brother, man,
They boiled him in a pot and made his skin leather for they made his skin wallets. Let me know if I'm right, Antonio.
They believed that he had powers. Like, they thought this nigga was godly. We all godly, but really
that's fire. That's crazy. I didn't know that part. Is that why? Because I know the thoughts of him, like, you know what I'm saying, having visions of, like, this is something that he had to do. But, damn.
All right. So when they caught him, after lynching and killing him, they cut him up and ate him because they thought that eating him would give them the powers that he had.
That all makes sense now. Because I know they boiled him alive. They made his skin leather. And that's just another thing. I be trying to avoid that. But, like, I honestly need to, like, speak that with my chest more. Because that is just another part of our history that white people be trying to bury. Them niggas ate us a lot. Like, it wasn't just like a special case. Like, you can look up books describing why and what they would do to African American slaves when they ate us. But for some reason, slavery wasn't that bad. It wasn't that long ago. But anyways, yeah. The fact, like, it all makes sense, but I never put those pieces together. I knew that, like, Nat Turner, like, was feeling like he was having, like, you know what I'm saying, premonitions from God. I did not know that the white people who ate him because they thought they were going to get superpowers from Nat Turner. Oh my gosh. Like, and y'all want me to look at this country with a smile on my face. Y'all want me to be proud of this shit when this is the history that y'all can't even look at. Y'all refuse to look at this shit. Because y'all know it's fucked up. And you should be ashamed.
And like I said, they used to eat us all the time.
All the time.
And all that type of shit. But
Like I said, there are literal cookbooks made by white people that, oh God. Oh God, yeah.
That brother was moving, he was like the Django, I think.
No, for real.
So they ate him, thought that shit would get him powers. Yeah.
Obviously didn't.
A lot of times, the white people who did it would literally sever off some of their body parts and keep them as mementos. Black people would be skinned, and then their skin would be turned into human leather, so that way it could be used for leather goods, like coin purses or
wallets.
The binding of a book or a bag.
Just like I said, it's like
coin purses or...
Nat Turner's body was flayed to make a coin purse with the rest of his body getting turned into grease. Ugh.
The binding of a book or a bag. There is not a single thing in those files that has not been done to black people before.
Yeah.
The problem isn't that elite...
Literally, though. Like, 100%.
Doing those kinds of things. The problem is... Bro, I thought us white people, I thought we were in this together. I thought we were a team. So keep in mind, as above, so below.
As
the elites
above,
told
so
non-elite
below.
white people, hey, here's a group of people who we deem as worthless, and y'all can torture them and do whatever the hell you want with them. And they'll have, like, little to no...
Black people, this is just their, you know what I'm saying? They say black people must suffer because their suffering is the outlet for non-elite white people's rage and indignation from how they, white people, are suffering at the hands of the elite a sacrificial scapegoat at the heart of American society. Basically, it allows poor whites to blow off their steam and not revolt.
No recourse whatsoever.
Damn.
And white people
Once again, a distraction from the actual problem, making like, come on.
Believe you were like, cool. The trade-off is that the elites also got their own group of people that they could do whatever the hell they wanted to with little to no recourse. The problem is that group of people was you and me. It was pretty much anyone who wasn't part of the elite. White people collectively made a deal with the devil. Here's this group of people that you can violate and brutalize to your heart's content, and in exchange, we get your humanity. That's why white people are miserable and constantly in black people's business. That's why for...
Fucking mic drop. She's fucking cooking right now. Whiteness is based on adherence, obedience to the status quo. Relationships of any kind in white communities is based on surveillance, approval, and judgment for anything outside of the status quo, a price for being white. Also, why white friend groups implode like they do. Plus, white people are messy as hell.
The past 100 years, any kind of cultural artifact that's really stayed and
I said cultural artifact, but it's really everything associated with white American culture, including all forms of art. Yeah.
The test of time has been from black people, often just with a white face on it. And that's why, by and large, white people were so disturbed whenever Renee Good was murdered, because we've seen that hundreds of times before.
Oh, yes, y'all have. But y'all didn't think it would affect y'all. Like, I know people who said the quiet part out loud. So it's like, y'all can act like that's not the case. But, like, I've seen people. Like, a lot of these people who, like, would know the type of bullshit that Trump did and said, I'm still voting for Trump. It was because they were Caucasian and they knew that the stuff that Trump was going to do likely would not affect them in a negative way. Now, I told them that that was cap. And that, no, like, he's coming for everybody who's not a straight white man. But, you know what I'm saying, they had to learn that the hard way, obviously. So it's like,
but that's supposed to happen to black people.
Said, don't act like somehow you miss every part of the BL movement in the 2010s. Because, yeah, like I said, we've seen this happen to many African Americans countless of times.
Not to us. And a lot of white people are acting so disturbed because now they're killing our neighbors, but you didn't particularly care whenever your neighbors were dying during the Black Lives Matter movement, now did you? But in the past couple of months, now a lot of white people are waking up to a really obvious reality, and that is black history has always been white America's future. For the past couple of months, white people are being forced to wake up to the obvious truth that there is no kind of solidarity or allegiance of whiteness across class lines.
That's just the dream they want to sell you. And like a lot of these people, I'm so glad Kirk is out of here, I'm not gonna lie. Because with him and this white replacement theory, it was just so delusional. But the thing is, with a lot of people, how they think within themselves and only their experiences. So with them who aren't actually tapped into history, because if they actually looked in history, they would actually have to look at the actual atrocities that their ancestors committed, they realize in real time that, oh my gosh, too much is going on right now. But they realize in real time that they're not a part of this big thing. Like, it's not, and like some people will act like it's not this, and other people will literally say the quiet part out loud. But the purpose of all this, especially ICE, is this white versus everybody. They don't want to just get illegal immigrants out. They want to get everybody out, by quotes of Stephen Miller himself. So if you are not in line with what this class is thinking, you're next. Whether you're white, black, U.S. citizen or not, they are going to try to get you out of here until it's only white Caucasians or the powerful elites. I'm just saying.
It's always been all of us are cattle to them. Like, that's it. But all of this is why I wasn't surprised at all when in the new batch of files that were just released, there was like an email or something where somebody said that they didn't want any of the children they were planning on doing things with to be black because, duh, any white person could violate a black person and get away with it. That's just the way the world is.
Unfortunately.
But to do all of the things that we did to black people unto other white people, that's power. brutalizing black people just doesn't really fuel the ego for them in the way that hurting white people does. These people aren't in some way attracted to their victims. That's never the case with sexual assault. These people get off on the kind of power and rush they feel, the thrill of having violated something of value and then being able to get away.
Yeah, it's disgusting. Like, I never thought of it from that frame, but that shit clicks. It's disgusting. It's absolutely like, damn, you are subhuman in my opinion. But like, it makes sense. Like, fuck.
With it, it's the same way that a lot of men will sexually harass or batter women doing notably better than them. It fuels their ego.
Being an oppressor feels intoxicating and incensed at entry level.
Like being able to violate her and get away with it. This has always been going on. We have always known that this has always been going on. The problem is, you didn't think that you would be in this position whenever push came to shove.
Thank you.
You thought it was just going to be the black people.
Yep. That's the facts. Those are the facts, y'all. Those are the facts. Damn, we really ran this shit up. I'm not gonna lie. Very, very, very nice informational videos that like need to be said. If you feel like I'm tripping, if you feel like I'm wrong in some sense in any of these videos, comment it down below, let me know, but be prepared to have a conversation, because you're not just gonna spew whatever without me challenging you. So if you're not able to have an actual conversation, just comment some troll shit so I can troll you right back. But with that being said, you know what I'm saying, if y'all like the video, like it, subscribe if you're new. All we do is chill over here. Comment, let me know what you think, because, you know what I'm saying, we can chop it up and shit. But with that being said, y'all be great, be safe, keep getting to that bag. I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Peace.